Farm inputs such as quality seeds ensure better yields and greater returns. Seedlings from high-quality seeds will be strong and produce uniform plants. Plants will grow faster, shortening the duration of planting to harvesting. On today's episode of Get It Right, Christine Murungi, Senior Product Promotion Officer at Simlo Seeds, take us through the process of seed selection and the recommended crop management processes for cabbage farming. Research reveals that cabbage is quickly taking the center stage over the popular sukuma wiki or kales. The cabbage market in Kenya has two unequal divisions, local and export, the latter being larger than the export market.
A major product when it comes to Simlo seeds, we are the kings. We can pride ourselves to being the kings of the cabbage industry. Why? Because Simlo seeds, we ensure that farmers get very quality seeds in terms of cabbage seeds, and our cabbage seeds cater for the various ecological zones.
Smallholder farmers can increase their yields by 20% and reduce their losses by 30% if they use a reliable planting guide. According to Christine Murungi, cabbages do well in well-drained sandy loam soils with high organic matter with a pH range of 6.5 to 7.0 pH. It is a diverse crop that can adapt to different climatic conditions.
Cabbage, there is a variety that will do well in the cool climatic conditions, and there is cabbage that will do well in the warm areas and in the cool areas. That is why you'll find a farmer in, let's say, Ukambani can do cabbage as well as a farmer in Kinangop. Those are two different ecological zones. So we have varietal differences.
The use of high-quality seeds is one of the most important elements in increasing agricultural production in any farming system. Selecting high-yielding varieties adapted to the area of production with disease, insect, and shattering resistance along with other desirable characteristics are basic keys for a satisfactory crop performance and yield. Christine gladly says that they have farmers from different regions covered as they offer a variety of seeds for specific zones.
It's important to know what is your ecological zone or what is your weather like, so that when you go over the counter to buy the seeds, you will describe your ecological zone, and that way you'll be given the right variety for your zone. Such that you find someone in Ukambani may not necessarily do a product that is doing well in Kinangop. Otherwise, if they take it there, it will be stressed by the heat and it will not even form a proper head, or it will be too small a head. And as we are now, we are advising farmers to go commercial. So if you're going to go commercial, then plant the right variety for your ecological zone. And as Simlo seeds, we have hybrids such as Gloria F1. That is the most popular among the farmers because it cuts across most ecological zones. It will do well in Kinangop, it will do well in Central Kenya, it will do well in Ukambani. Gloria F1, it's what most farmers are familiar with. Then we have Procter F1. Procter F1, I'll say when you see the notion F1, it means hybrid. So Procter F1 does very well also in central, the cooler areas. Procter is more of a cool climates product as compared to Gloria that cuts across both cool and warm. And then we have Rihanna F1. Rihanna F1 does very well in ecological zones such as the Mount Kenya, that is the Meru zones, the Kibiricha zones, the Gidongo zones, the Embu areas. They do very well with the Rihanna hybrid. And then we have Serena F1, we have Sunny. Our range is very wide. We also have the products that are non-hybrids, such as the Copenhagen, that has been there for such a long time. Farmers know about it. And the Sugarloaf, also it's an open pollinated variety that farmers know very well. But what we tell farmers of late, because most of our farmers have become partial about the farming in terms of commercial and making money out of cabbage, they have adopted hybrids. The adoption of cabbage hybrids in Kenya is very high. We can almost say that we are at 80% adoption as compared to so many other products that are hybrids.
Researchers have been altering the genomes of plants and animals through traditional breeding and genetically modified organisms. This enables in selecting specific and desirable traits for both animals and crops. Some benefit of genetic engineering in agriculture are increased crop yields, reduced cost for food or drug production, reduced need for pesticides, enhanced nutrient composition and food quality, resistance to pests and diseases, and food security.
Farmers need to understand when you talk about a hybrid or certified seeds, it's not a GMO. As we are now as a country, we haven't been allowed to bring in GMO in terms of seed. So for the products that we have now, we can't advocate or talk about GMO because we haven't reached there yet. But when the right comes for GMO to become a national discussion, then we will discuss it. For now, what we have are certified seeds. And when you talk about hybrids, it means that there are two parental lines that have been crossed to bring in that hybrid. It's important for farmers to use certified seeds because, as we say, they have been tested for diseases, for pest resistance. And in terms of affordability of our seeds, we have pack sizes for different categories of farmers. For a big scale farmer, you find they will find 250 grams. And we said 1 acre, if you're doing propagation through trays, you need just 100 grams. Or if you're doing through the nurseries, you can do around 125 grams. So you find that farmers will have a choice of 10 grams, 25. We even have some like Apollo that are even in the packs of 5 grams for the farmer. So you find that we have pocket-friendly pack sizes for the various categories of farmers, such that you don't feel limited or you don't have to buy too much, yet you need too little for the farm. Maybe you want a kitchen garden, or you want something for just your local consumption, you can get a small pack. Or even for your farm size, you want to do cabbage, but your farm size is not an acre. So what do? You buy the 10 grams or the 25 grams, 50 grams to 50 grams for the big farmer. So that ensures that a farmer is not feeling like they're spending too much money to buy something that they will not need fully. They're able to buy just the right quantity for themselves.
Soil testing is the analysis of soil samples to determine the nutrient and contamination levels, composition and other characteristics such as the acidity or pH level. Soils contain the nutrients, water and living organisms that help create healthy and sustainable farms. It enables farmers to customize and plant the specific crops using specific methods that are suitable for their ecological zones.
The soil analysis can be done by Carro, the former Carry. They do soil test and analysis. We also have private companies that do soil test and analysis. If you call them, they will advise you on how to get a sample and what sample size they require from your farm. There is a way they do the soil sampling. You take to them that soil sample, they're able to analyze for you and tell you what is the status of your soil, what nutrients are there, what nutrients are lacking, and the crops that you're able to do. And if you wanted maybe to do a different crop from what the soil can do, then they tell you, for this crop, you need to boost it in this manner. Such that sometimes you find that farmers have been using fertilizer over and over, not knowing that sometimes even these fertilizers are making their soils too saline, and they need to make them a bit better, or to reduce the salinity of the soil by liming their soils. But that can come out through a soil analysis, so that if your soils are too acidic, then you lime them, so that you are able to do maybe there are some crops that don't want very acidic soils that you need to lime them. And sometimes it's the use of these fertilizers that makes our soils acidic. So if you want your soil analyzed, you can have that done by Carro. They will do it very well. And they will give you the rates. I understand they are quite fair in terms of affordability for the farmers.